What happens when you combine hip hop with classical opera? One talented singer can show you with a mashup called Hip Hopera.
Hip Hopera. It started with a viral video that got more than 10 million views all over the world, and now you can see it live at the Detroit Opera House. Fox News' Charlie Langton spoke to the performer about this art form.
La, la became la, la.
Not a lot of opera in Nigeria.
It felt like, for me, because I hadn't really heard a lot of opera, it felt like finding a superpower on accident, almost.
38-year-old Babatunde Akinboboye, now a major opera star despite growing up in Nigeria and loving hip-hop music.
But on stage, and I had to remember, this was my first opera role.
But somehow there was a hip-hop beat to it that helped him remember the opera lines. Which is a hip-hop beat.
It felt like, yeah, and it definitely, and I latched onto it. It clicked.
And that click became what is known as Hip Hopera. He didn't pioneer it, but wants to make it more of a modern art form.
There were concepts in opera that were tricky for me to understand until I could relate it to hip hop.
Babatunde has a lead role in the Detroit Opera House's production of Faust, and he also performs his hip hopera whenever he can.
In my culture, we tell stories, and we don't tell any stories without a song.
He is working on original hip hopera material, but maybe an operatic Beatles song?
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
In Detroit, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
Thank you.
Charlie loved it too. Yeah. Well, think about it. You know, traditional opera, it's obviously beautiful and has a following.
Yep.
But when you have changed up a little bit, you might attract some different people, younger people, you know, and of course they want to have a larger audience, so it's a great idea.
It is a great way to bridge the gap. Hip Hopera coming to a stage near you.